Kaylah McCall, and this is my world.
Yeah, one time for the fun time. Shit, bitch. Yeah, thank you, Father, for showing who really bitches. Niggas run their mouth, I treat the stool like it's LA Fitness. Told my nigga Gualo that I wouldn't get his attention.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Marlon's World. Yeah, and welcome to season 4, episode 1 on the podcast, My World. First off, I want to thank God for letting me do another amazing season. For the people that are new, welcome to My World podcast. For the people that came back, welcome back. You know. First off, I want to shout out to Q Money and Q Money Visuals for giving me the amazing content and helping me build my platform on a better level of scenery. Also, I want to thank Soho Suites, as always, for letting me come back home and do my podcast in here and make sure I look real professional. So, as you guys know, I do a series called 100 Meters With Me on my Instagram. And now I have decided to move that to YouTube. So, with no further ado, I chose to do one of the greats of Illinois track and field athletes. Her name is Kaylah McCall, very close friend of mine. I've been down to do this podcast with her, but obviously she be in and out of the state, you know, dealing with track and field and stuff like that. So we're finna go ahead and get in tune. So what's good? How you doing?
Good.
We've been trying to get her on here for a minute. I've been trying to do it, but we finally got it here. So it's not my timing, it's God's time. You already know how that goes. So first thing I gotta ask, when did you start running track?
I started in middle school, like 7th, 8th grade. I started like sprinting because I had been a cheerleader and a gymnast like for the longest, and then I just started running track. And then I didn't start hurdling until like maybe the end of indoor season freshman year.
Jesus Christ. So as y'all know, or some of y'all may not know, she went to Homewood Flossmoor, one of the top high schools in Illinois for track. Man, look, all I gotta say is, if you know about HF, you know HF has done an amazing job when it comes to producing athletes in any way, shape, or form, not only track, but basketball, football as well. Shout out to my boy, Marcus. Y'all might know him. He go to the University of Oregon now. We're finna get him on here soon. But she, we're gonna talk about her accolades for a little minute. She won state title in the 4x2 as a junior in high school. Also finished 2nd in the 100-meter hurdles and 8th in the 100-meter dash. She won the state 3A title as a senior and won state championship in the 100-meter hurdles and 4x1 meter relay her sophomore year. And within that year, she finished runner-up in the state, the team.
I didn't get some.
You didn't. You
I
didn't.
won state.
We was COVID year.
Yeah, I won state sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Won the junior Olympics junior year and got cut off senior.
We did get cut off senior because we had COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got cut.
Yeah.
Actually, let's talk about that. How was that for you?
For COVID?
Yeah.
Horrible. It was really bad because me winning the Junior Olympics, that's when I went 13.5. The state record was 13.3. So in my head, I'm thinking, when I come back, it's over with. It's over with for everybody. When I come back, it's over with. I'm getting the record. And then it was like the first couple meets that we did have, I was rolling. I was already close to hitting my PR by like the 2nd or 3rd meet. So I'm like, okay, by the time we get to the end of indoor season, I know I'm gonna be where I need to be to hit that 13.3.
Exactly.
But then COVID hit. One day they was like, don't come to school. We just never went back. And then facilities being closed, I couldn't practice. I just had to sit in the house all day. So that was hard.
How did that take a toll on you mentally?
We're used to working out every single day. Having to sit in the house and knowing that like it's nowhere for you to go, that's hard. Like mentally, it just felt like I felt regular. Like you're an athlete. like you're an athlete.
I do understand though.
It's like when you stop working out and you stop doing certain things, you just feel like this is what normal people do. Like they don't work out.
They don't work out. They don't do certain things. Like even if it's just a couple push-ups.
Right.
I understand that
though. You just don't feel like yourself. So it's just like I can't even go to the track. It's crazy. And then it's like I can't even get prepared for college. I'm about to go to college and I can't even work out or practice or get in shape. I just gotta go straight into college workouts. And I know college workouts are different beasts, so
ain't no joke, boy.
So I'm like, I'm scared. Like it's not the same thing. Like of course, like we train kind of like on a collegiate level in high school, But it's different when like we didn't really lift. So now I'm going into lifting probably like 3-4 times a week. And I'm going into running longer. We doing heel workout. We doing all type of stuff that like I'm not used to doing, and I can't even be prepared for that. So that was hard.
I understand that. I kind of feel like I had a crazy transition coming from high school to college, especially around that time, especially when COVID happened and things of that nature. So next question that I have: you chose to go to Minnesota at the time. How was that? I guess you say, how was the recruiting process due to COVID? Like, was it obviously wasn't harder?
So for me, I got recruited kind of like my end of junior year, beginning of senior year, before COVID happened.
Yeah.
So before COVID even hit, I had already committed and had a signing. So for me, it didn't really affect me because I had taken all my visits junior year.
Okay.
Right. All the visits that I needed to take, I took them junior year. And then like, was it junior year? No, it was senior year. No, it was senior year. But it was like the beginning. It's kind of
first semester.
It's like a blur because COVID just kind of like hit randomly. But yeah, like that senior year, I took all my visits in the beginning. Like when they first started like doing visits, I was out of there. I was doing all my visits in the beginning, and then I had like my house visits, my phone visits, and then I had like my like actual official visits that I had taken. So all I needed to do was make a decision by that point. So COVID didn't really affect me personally, but I know it affected other people.
Okay. Being a college track and field athlete, what do you think is probably the hardest thing to stay consistent with?
It might be balancing time.
Time management?
Yeah, because when you in high school, it's like, you know everyday practice is going to be after school.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You get out of school, 3:15, it's going to be practice right there. When you're in college, it's like, yeah, you want to go out, but then it's like, but dang, I got to lift at 7 a.m. Then I got class in between lift. Then I got class. Then I got practice. Then after practice, I might have another class. Then I got tutoring. Then I got academic advising meetings. So it's like, then practice might get changed. It might get pushed back. Like, so it's just having to adjust your schedule constantly. That's hard. Being an athlete and then trying to manage sleep because it's like I got to study and do homework and then try to wake up at 7 a.m. the next day.
Just to make it back to class.
Yeah.
Probably done went to bed 2 hours before that.
Exactly.
I feel like for me, I think that was my biggest thing, time management. And also, I would say, see, when I know on that level though, D1 level, food is great.
That's true too.
I think food, see, I was JUCO at the time. Now I'm on a whole nother level. But JUCO, you had to just eat whatever you had. I ain't gonna lie. I had straight ramen noodles every day. I ain't even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie to you, I was living off that. But I know when you go on that Division I level, they all got like a nutritionist and things of that nature. Do you think that helped you as an athlete?
For sure. So at one point I went vegan, and not a lot of people know that. So I want to say it's like a year and a half ago. I just kind of decided like, okay, I'm gonna go vegan. But I needed help because I didn't know nobody that was vegan, and I needed to make sure I was still getting everything I needed to still run on the track. So I had to consult like with my nutritionist and be like, you know, what do I need? Because I want to make sure I'm not passing out or, you know, all types of stuff because it's a lot of stuff that you're not getting that you usually get from meat. So yeah, that's just like, it's real beneficial. And then like the school that I was at had like vegan options too. For the athletes. So like athletes usually have like a separate building to eat in, and there's like vegan options, regular, like there's all types of options for you to choose from. Yeah. So you're not just like stuck like,
like eating a cheeseburger or something like that.
They might have a vegan burger or like tofu, stir fry, something. It's all types of stuff. There's different options to choose from.
Okay. So you chose to leave Minnesota and go to Wisconsin. Did you feel like it was really a change in the programs?
Absolutely.
Absolutely? In what way?
So
you don't gotta get into
I know, but
you know.
I just feel like when coaches, depending on how they run their team, it affects the athletes, of course. So when you got at one school coaches that coaches that really care about the athletes and make athletes closer together.
True.
But when you go to another school and you get coaches that don't really care about their athletes, they just kind of like, you just got to win. If you're not winning, then what are you doing? It makes the team separate because it's just like, well, I'm winning and you're not. So it almost like makes certain athletes think they're better than others. And that can become a problem because it makes it hard for people to want to uplift each other. So like the program difference is just like it was that, and then Big Ten is Big Ten, but certain schools have like certain like different facilities and like it's I feel like it's levels to Big Ten. That's what I feel like.
Who do you think got the best facility in the Big Ten?
I don't know. I haven't been to all of them.
At the point in time, I thought Iowa did.
For sure.
I think Iowa's up there. Iowa, Michigan too.
No, I was gonna say that. They track is nice.
Nice. Big Ten, yeah. Big Ten came through with a lot of. Cause who also in Big Ten for Illinois? Cullen Jefferson.
Taysom Roberts.
Taysom Roberts.
They both. Jones.
Oh Jesus Christ! It's all Illinois-based athletes. Jeez.
Yep. And then Alex just graduated and went to Iowa too.
Oh. See, I told y'all Illinois produced some amazing athletes, bro. It's crazy. So, as an athlete, one big thing is mental health.
Yeah.
Mental health. What are some things that you've done and you can give other people that are athletes some help? Like, what are some things that you do for yourself?
So, as an athlete, transitioning from high school to college specifically too, it can just be really hard, especially like you being around, you being away from your family. Like, you know, me, when I had an issue, it's like I go talk to my mom in person. I'm talking to her like, you know, what should I do? But being hours away from my mom and my parents and just people like my friends, like it's just hard because it's like when I need something I gotta FaceTime, but then it's like you might not be available. So for me, I just kind of try to meditate. I do meditate. So like if I know that like my mind is just like all over the place and I need to calm down, I'll try to meditate or take time for myself in general. Because it can be hard, especially being around the same people every single day, being an athlete, and it's just mentally taxing. So meditation helped me. What else? Just like watching TV, like just a long time, making sure I'm watching TV. If I gotta read a book or whatever, I don't even like reading for real, but it's just whatever's gonna help my mental health. Like that's just what I would do.
Okay.
Like, it depends on the person. You gotta find something that you like.
That's true.
And then use that in a beneficial way.
For sure. Now let's get into probably the craziest thing when coming to track and field is practice. Practice. I want you to give me your favorite workout and I want you to give me your worst workout that you've ever done within high school to college.
I think my favorite workout, of course, the hurdle workout.
Of course.
So
y'all love them days. Hurdles love them days.
So my favorite hurdle workout is probably when we do like my coach will shorten the steps in the hurdle, so it make us like faster the turnover faster, and then we'll do like a reaction drill at the end. So it might be like 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, like steps in between, and then when you get to the end, it might be like one step, like just you going from 5 to 1. So it's just working on your reaction. So you like okay, and I know if I can go from 5 to 1, that mentally like when I start hurdling, when I start getting fast, a hurdle coming up on me fast is not gonna bother.
Okay. So what's the worst?
I had a lot of worse. Me, personally, I hate anything over a 200. I really don't even like 200. I don't like them. So when I got to like college, it was a lot of running, and I don't even like jogging.
Especially during base training. Boy, that first semester, dude. That ain't no joke, dude. We talking about consistent 400s, consistent 200s, 300s, 350s. I think it's the 250s for me. 10, like I think my worst workout I had so far, I think I had like 10 250s.
See, at one of my schools we did like most of our training was running, like not sprinting, like running. And so every Friday we would go to the cross country course and do like 600, 400, 600, 400, and I struggled. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I struggle. I struggle because that's not the type of workouts that work for me. In high school, I always did speed-based training, so like
straight speed,
180s, like that type of stuff. Like, and I did ladders and things like that. So when I got to college, and it was like, you gonna run these 400s? I'm like, ooh. I'm not running that. So yeah, I struggled, like especially with that transition, like I struggled. And then jogging, like my first school, we had hill workouts like at 7 in the morning. So we would all meet at like the athletic building and we had to jog to the hill.
And then start to work out.
Then warm up and then start to work out. And our hill that we had went all the way up to 400 meters.
Jesus Christ.
On concrete. So, yeah, and it was walk back rest. So I used to be like,
ain't no joke.
What is this? I didn't do this in high school. Help me. Like, I'm a short sprinter hurdler. I don't do 400s.
Right.
600s, and I don't do that stuff.
Man, look. If you want to be great, you got to do what it takes, man. So, last question I want to ask. What are some people that you look up to on and off the track that have made you the woman and athlete you are today?
Me personally, on the track?
On and off.
Reggie Torian, like on the track, like Reggie Torian.
Yeah.
So with him, you know, he coached me in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So the summer that I won Junior Olympics, I trained with him that summer. And so I was actually on the Zephyrs, but he was with the Shockers.
Shockers, yeah.
And so what I would do is go to hurdle practice with Coach Reggie for like an hour. And then right after hurdle practice, I would leave and go to Zephyrs practice and sprint.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that for like a couple weeks throughout the summer. He taught me so much just about life and just about hurdling in general.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that I went down there and won, he won with me. I didn't have a coach down there with me when I won the Junior Olympics, especially like a hurdle coach.
Yeah.
He couldn't make it. So when it came to warm-ups, it's like I'm seeing all these athletes with they coaches, and it's just me by myself warming up. So that was hard for me. That was scary for me. But with him, it was just like I was texting him throughout. And he just helped me stay positive.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm watching your race on TV. This what you expect to do that. And it's just like with him, he knows me so well as an athlete that like if I call him and say, hey, like I hit my knee on hurdle, he like, oh, it's because your trail leg's not this and this. Like he knows
he
that
already knows
well, right? So with him, it's just like the more that I talk to him, the more that I learn, like in life and just on the track in general. Because we talking about somebody who won NCAA's back in his day. We talking about somebody who was rolling.
He was at Thornwood before he had came to H-Up.
Right.
He was, I ain't gonna lie, he taught me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He did teach me a lot because that was my first year running.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie, he is one of the reasons why I continue to run track. He is an amazing coach. Shout out to Reginald Swan.
Yeah, me too. He just a really special person to me, a really special coach to me, and the fact that he takes time to train anybody. He don't care who it is.
He loves it.
You don't care who it is.
He does love it.
You don't care if you bad, you good, if you in the middle.
He gonna make sure you get that work.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
And then for me, he always he knew me as an athlete. He's like, you like me. So I know how to make workouts for you, and it always worked for me. And it's just like for me, it's like he said that he see a lot of himself in me, but I see a lot of myself in him too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like
mm-hmm.
it's just like he just inspires me to be better, to be a better athlete. Like just to get it together. Like anytime I need something, I know I can call him like for anything. But I'm like, I don't know if he eat for the meat, call him. Like for real, he'll give me a whole meal. He's done it before, but I'm like, Coach, I don't know what to eat for the meat. Like this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to this store, you're gonna get this, and that. This how you gonna cook it, and this how you gonna eat it. Like he's that type of coach because he's been there. And I love people that been there because you can learn so much from them. Mm-hmm. Like I don't some people they kind of just I don't want to say they be hating. Mm-hmm. But they kind of feel like threatened by somebody who's better than them. But me, it's like I can learn so much from him, and I have, just because he's better than me. He's been there, so why wouldn't I want to learn from somebody?
Yeah, and he's actually the type of coach that wants to see you be greater than him. Mm-hmm. As far as his other coaches, and not only coaches but parents as well. Mm-hmm. I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. I feel like parents kind of hold their kids back because they don't want them to be better.
That's
when
true.
Initially. You really can't hold someone back from their greatness when God already got it planned. Regardless, God gonna make sure they're gonna get what they deserve. So, anyone off the track that you role model or look up to?
That's the hard one because I got a couple people.
Hey, whoever it is.
For one, I want to say my mama.
Shout out to moms.
Yeah, of course, my mama. Because I just feel like she just. Whatever I wanted to do in life, she always helped me do it. So, when I was little, this is how I started gymnastics. So when I was little, I used to flip around the house. But I used to knock my teeth out. I'm so serious. I used to knock my teeth out. And she like, if you're going to be flipping, like you love to flip, you're going to have to learn how to do it the right way.
Right.
And so she always made sure that she set me on the right path to do what I wanted to do in life. So if it's like, if I wanted to run, okay, well, this is what you're going to do. You're going to find a good coach. You're going to do this, you're going to do that. If you want to do gymnastics, this is what you're going to do. Right. And she never overcoached me. You know how some parents, like, put their kid in the sport, and they're like, why you ain't do this? Why you ain't do that? She always told me, I'm not the coach. So I'm not gonna be on you and say, why you gonna do that, why you do that, because I ain't been an athlete and I'm not a coach. I don't know anything about that, so I'm not gonna interfere with the relationship between you and your coach. Mm-hmm. So
that's what's up.
Yeah,
she had a good understanding.
She always like, and I didn't have some tough coaches, and then she always advocated for me too. Like don't let that make you think that she just was like she just stood back.
Nah.
But if she knew something was wrong, she's like, I know my child.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something that she would do, and it's not working because this and that. And she she advocated for me too. So that taught me how to advocate for myself. Because when you go to like a lot of big schools, it's hard to advocate for yourself because it's like you signed your name on that paper, so you feel like you got to do this.
Basically, you feel like you signed your life away.
Mm-hmm. So it's like you have to know how to advocate for yourself. When something is wrong, you have to know how to be like.
I mean, you might as well since you done signed the papers.
You got to be able to advocate for yourself. That's the big thing. So she really just helped me.
Shout out to Mama Calls for that, man. Love and appreciation. Well, that is a wrap for episode 1 of 100 Meters with Marlon's World on My World Podcast. Once again, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to Q Money and Q Money Visuals, what's his name. And shout out to Kaylah McCall for coming on here and giving her time out of her, her busy schedule. Peace and love. We gone.